Hello everybody and welcome back to LMM, and if you're enjoying what you're seeing on the channel at the moment, how about giving this video a like and maybe subscribing to the channel to help us grow, and perhaps even check out our Patreon. Today we're here at the Mountsorrel Railway Museum, where there's an Andrew Barkley running as part of the Tony's Trains 10th anniversary show. So this is going back and forth running, the 2-foot gauge over there is running, there's demonstrations of the bridge, and most importantly, the NCMA have bought part of our wonderful modular to show off. So there's some other layouts in attendance, so I would take you straight to that, but first of all, I'm going to go pay my £5 to have a go on that, because that looks like an awful lot of fun. I do really like a tiny Andrew Barkley. And that one, that's about as tiny as they come, to be honest, on the standard gauge.
However, it appeared that I was not the only one who thought driver for a £5 was a good idea, and quite a queue had formed. So, whilst I waited, let me tell you a little bit about the site. The Mountsorrel Railway used to run from Barrow-upon-Sword on the Midland Main Line to the quarry at Mountsorrel, which at its peak had over 8.5 miles of track. In 1898, the railways extended and joined what is now the preserved Great Central Railway, branching off at Swithin Sidings to Raffle. But this line was used to bring ballast and other materials in for the construction of the Great Central, linking the two together in history. The last recorded revenue-earning train to run from the quarry to Swithland was in 1953, and by the 1960s much of the track had been lifted. The granite quarry remained open, and in 1976 the section to Barrow was replaced by a conveyor belt system, taking the stone to the network of sidings next to the main line. After an idea snowballed, initially 6 volunteers started clearing the track bed, and by 2010 track laying had begun, relinking the branch with the Great Central at Swithin Sidings. On May 16, 2011, the first train ran over the line since it was lifted. This was diesel-hauled, pulling a rake of hoppers for a ballast drop, and then, at the end of 2013, steam returned to the unfinished line for a special. In 2015, the platform was completed at Mountsorrel, and this allowed the branch to enter public service. The small railway museum is built in the base of one of the old quarries. The idea was to tell the story of quarrying in the area and to provide undercover storage for relevant vehicles. There are a number of restored Mountsorrel granite wagons and a Ruston 48 that used to work at Barden Hill Quarry. The site is full of interesting gubbins, including a couple of little dump trucks and tractors. A 2-foot gauge railway was installed with some exceedingly sharp curves to be able to offer passenger rides and to show off a gauge of railway that was so often associated with industry. They often do shunting demonstrations, which is what the 48 and the Barkley are absolutely perfect for. The driver experiences were proving to be very popular. That's fellow content creator Chris Eden Green going past there. And after watching a few more people drive up and down, it was my time to hop up and have a go.
I'm going to leave you to it. Oh, okay. If you want. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, thank you much.
The fireman recognised me and decided that he wasn't needed, so he hopped off, leaving me and the event organiser Tony on the footplate.
So yeah, you're on your steam brake at the minute. So in your own time, mate.
Such a lovely little engine.
It's all right, isn't it?
If I could have a steam engine, this is what I want.
All right.
It's like the perfect size that you could have. It's enough that you can look after on your own, you know?
Yeah. Go all the way down to the down past the carriage shed.
I want to feel the brake. It's
That's all right.
as many years of driving things.
That makes sense, actually. It's a good way of doing it.
I want to know what it's going to do.
Just get everything level with that Lawrie.
How's it been anyway?
It's been really good, mate. Been really good. Lots of people through the door. Okay, cool when you on, bud.
Have to go?
Yeah, whenever you want. Quick pop. Got Pullman and Ricky there, so yep. You're away, mate.
Come on, you. I want this. You can get off if you want, I'll look after it for the rest of the day. This is a great setup here, isn't it?
Oh, look, it's fantastic. It's just great just to come and bimble around with a few wagons for an afternoon.
So I used to love doing that at Chatham.
Yeah,
Just
that's Them kind of turns are so much fun. Okay, 48.
Lovely job.
Take it back out.
Cheers for this. It's been
No, absolutely pleasure. Thank you for coming.
wouldn't it? Any excuse to come do trains, you know.
Yeah.
This is what it's perfect for, isn't it? Somewhere like here.
Ideal. It's absolutely ideal.
That's
Is that picking?
it.
That sounds good.
You have an injector.
Low ejector, lovely.
Whew.
Cool. Right.
That's that moment. Come on, it will go. It will
Go
go.
on, you
There's nothing. It's the most satisfying thing about getting on an engine of somebody else's and going, no, I've got it. I've got the injector working. Thanks for that, buddy.
Pleasure,
Let's go.
thank you.
And yeah, this is great.
And whilst Tony and Colin McAndrew continued to give other people an experience on the regulator, I went to check out the 2-foot gauge, which had a Ruston LBT running. The array of traction on site hadn't yet finished, with the arrival of the well-known bubble car Iris, bringing passengers up from the Great Central Railway. Meanwhile, the little Barkley had been running up and down almost continuously, which made for an absolutely wonderful sight. And speaking of wonderful sights, behind the locomotive is the 1830s Robert Stephenson designed bridge to carry the new Leicester and Swannington Railway over the Grand Union Canal, but had to move to allow canal boats to pass underneath. Whilst all the timber is new, the majority of the metalwork is original, and once the little Barkley had gone to take water and give the crew a breather, it was pushed into operation, demonstrating just how it would have worked almost 200 years ago. This really is a mechanical marvel. It's the oldest surviving example of a lifting railway bridge, and isn't it quite spectacular, watching as the gears work together to move with the counterweights to lift the platform high above the canal. When this was brand new, it would have been an absolutely incredible feat of engineering, a moving part of the permanent way. What was particularly interesting is that the counterweights there are expandable to take more and less weight. Apparently, this gains almost a ton in weight when it's wet, so on a wet day you have to put more counterweights on than on a dry day where you can take some of the weights off, because it's all counterbalanced and mean that it's easy to move it up and down. This was on display outside the museum at Snibston, but when it shut down, this thing's future was in doubt, and it was taken down and placed into storage. Sadly, all of the timber had become rotten, so all that you see now is brand new and the result of a huge amount of effort from the volunteers here at the Mountsorrel Railway Museum to put this back together in its former glory and help tell the story of the early railways. And what an incredible achievement to take something so old and restore it back to working condition. And as a reminder, most of the metalwork is original. And if you want to see it working for yourself, it's operating at select dates throughout the year. Check the website for more details. By this point, Iris was on its way back to the Great Central Railway, having gone as far as Mountsorrel Station itself, which is just before the quarries. And as Iris departed back to the main line and Colin McAndrew started running again, I finally decided to go check out the layout inside the shed. Tony had done really well. As well as having a big selection of new and second-hand models to sell, he'd also got a Curascale to come along, bringing a selection of their brand new and upcoming models to show off. And as well as that, Backham were also in attendance with a selection from their range, including the NG7 scale stuff, with two Quarry Hunslets sound-fitted running around their layout. Turning to have a look at the layouts, first up was Byway MPD, which was fitted with adaptive lighting, so it could simulate day, night, thunderstorms and everything in between, and that is proper cool and I really like it. It was originally built as a demonstration layout for the owner's business, showing off sound-fitted locomotives, lighting on the layout, working signals and other extra bits that you can get to really bring your layout to life. Over the years it's expanded more and more to become a layout in its own right, still being a demonstration for the owner's business, but also giving operational interest as locomotives shunt around on shed. It's not based on anywhere particular, but towards the end of steam somewhere in the Midlands. Up next was Croxley Hall Depot, set somewhere on the Metropolitan line during the Steam on the Met event, so there are a couple of steam engines being serviced and moved around. The main feature of the layout that I really loved was the working roadway, with a pair of trucks making their way back and forth, and I love this system and really want to have a go at building it myself. It's just proper cool, and it gives that extra layer of immersion to the layout, working roads alongside working trains. I loved all of the lights around the depot as well, particularly when the lights were low as the train passed underneath, changing colours and casting shadows. Just makes the whole thing seem alive.
I think the harder it is to comprehend, so it's good though because it's consistent quality-wise. Well, thank you. I love it when it goes under the street lights. The white lights are just so pretty.
It's got, same as his, it's got day and night lighting.
That's cool.
And then the street lights come on automatically when it goes to darkness. Typically all the lights turn off. Right.
The thing that gets me about DCC is that everyone's got a different setup.
Yeah. They're trying to like standardise it a little bit. But they all use the same chip. My programming them to do the same stuff, the same buttons. So.
Dropping down a gauge to 009 was Tanny Bulk, modelled on the well-known Festiniog railway station. The layout is not an exact replica of the real-life location. For example, out of the station on the left-hand side, the railway should go straight and then branch off to the left, whereas on the model, it goes right. But instead, it gives enough flavours of the real location for people to recognise it and say, oh yes, I've been there and I know where that is. I love all of the detail in this. Unusually, it's modelled in autumn, so the trees are just starting to turn, which gives a lot more visual interest with all the greens, oranges and yellows going on. There's so much to look at with lots of hidden gems on the layout as well. And of course, the layout is graced with a load of the ready-to-run 009 stuff, like the double fairlies working their way through their home turf. The layout curves round, meaning there are places to view it on all four sides, and it is absolutely stunning and one of my favourite layouts I think I've seen. The other really cool thing which made this layout really stand out was the working gravity train. Yes, that is a motorised slate wagon there. Yep, that's awesome, and it brought so much joy seeing it go, and was worth every single moment of the stress and annoyance in building it from the owner, because that is brilliant. Inspired by Crew TMD but not actually modelled upon it was Sutton Bank Traction Maintenance Depot. This really made the most of having sound-fitted DCC locomotives, which really bring a small depot to life as the locomotives throttle up, the sound of brakes and with their horns blaring. It was really entertaining watching the wide variety of locomotives shuttle back and forth, and if I was going to go down the DCC sound-fitted route, this is exactly the kind of layout that I would model, just enough to hear things fire up, move away, and then come back again. The other thing that I really enjoyed was the fact that there was an overhead catenary, so when electric locomotives came in, you could watch the pantograph rubbing on the overhead wires. The final layout on display was our one, the NCMA's Modular Layout, in a short format for this show, sporting a brand new module with a lavender field on it, which was very pretty. We, as usual, were running a wide variety of heritage rolling stock, the idea being that this is a heritage railway during a busy summer gala. And I was taking the opportunity to run some of my new items that I'd recently received on a live stream, including my personalised HO gauge boxcars, which I think are very smart. The great thing about our modular is that we can build it to suit the space that we've been given, meaning we can attend a wide variety of shows with it. And with lots of different boards to choose from, most times you see it, it will be in some different configuration and look different, and that's pretty exciting for us. As you probably know by now, Club Chairman Loz is a big fan of the Longmoor Military Railway and has a large collection of basically everything that's ready to run with a load more stuff on pre-order. So when he went over and had a chat with the nice guys on the Curascale, they said, "Would you like to borrow some of our LMR stuff to see what it's like compared to yours?" Which meant we got to have an exclusive run of the brand new LMR coaches, which will be released later this year, and we got to pose one of the brand new austerities on the layout, because this one is just a factory paint sample, so it's not fitted with a motor, but it was really exciting to have brand new models running on our modular. So a massive great thank you to Curascale. So go check them out and maybe pre-order one of their lovely new austerities that they're producing.
Yeah, but then I've seen these scary videos of knuckles driving down the road, smashing through roads and parked cars.
Oh my god, that was lucky.
thickness where it's under load.
Presumably they'd be fairly stable if you put together the lines and everything moisture.
Unit, but it's not temperature controlled or anything like that.
As the day began to draw towards an end, things started to get a little bit silly on the modular, but I wasn't part of this because I'd heard the unmistakable chug of a Ruston 48 being started up. What's particularly exciting about this particular Ruston 48 is she is the sister to my own machine. I own 393303 in scrap condition, and this is 393304, and at some point in the future we will get these two machines together because it will be wonderful to have sisters one number apart back next door to each other. The main reason I was interested in seeing the 48 run is the gearbox on my other 48, number 294266, is very loud and grumbly, and I wanted to hop and have a ride to find out whether that is the noise that all Ruston 48s make, or if mine is unusually loud. And when I asked if this was possible, they went, "Sure, you know what you're doing. You know Ruston 48s. Do you want to have a drive?" To which I went, "Well, of course. What more could I want than to move some workings around with a Ruston 48 at a little railway?"
Following my lovely little bit of shunting back and forth here, I've come to a rather unpleasant discovery. That gearbox is basically silent. That's a lovely, quiet thing to drive, and mine, I need to do further investigation with mine because that's not right. So this has been a wonderful thing to do because I love shunting and I love driving, and hugely depressing to realise that mine's knackered. Oh well.
Final duty of the day was a good one, to help Tony announce the winners of the raffle.
Okay, so we're going to draw our raffles. First of all, we got a £50 voucher, which isn't going to come out the envelope now.
That's good.
So the driver for a £5 winner.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're going to draw it, love. You've not won it.
Oh, I am here on false pretences.
Give a bit of a shake, shall we? Like the FA Cup draw.
It's really nice. You've done a nice job with these.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, all right.
Right, there you go. Do you want to draw a name for me then, Laurie? Number 7. It's a 7. It's a 7.
Oh, no, it's not mine. Oh, so close. 69.
67.
67. I can't read. 67.
Someone else
And this is for Ben.
Ben. Helpful. Ben. Ben has won.
Ben's won 50
Ben has won a
quid.
£50 Tony's Trains voucher.
Actually, it says here to give it to me.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
It says give it to Tony. Fantastic. Keep that one separate.
I'm good at reading numbers.
Right, for the second £50 voucher, we're going to do a separate bid for that.
Yeah.
For the winner of the Tony's Trains purchase raffle.
See, I don't have one of these, so I'm not so... What number do you want me to pull?
They're not folded up this time, so you might be able to...
Oh...
Oh.
I've got 18, or maybe 81.
Your age. 81.
Yeah, that's good. And this one is for...
Russ
Russell Dean?
Russell Dean, yes.
Russ Dean.
I know Russ Dean.
Oh, good.
It's
Okay.
not him.
Well, this has been a really good anticlimactic pulling of a thing. So we pulled 2 and there's nobody here. Great.
Well, 2 and no one's here, but there we go.
Oh. Congratulations to people.
Congratulations to Russell Dean and Ben.
You've done this really well, haven't you? Like picked people who aren't actually here. It's like,
The
yes.
chances of them not being here were quite high, really.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Thank you very much, though, bro.
No, thank you. It's been a really good event.
Thank you. Cheers, bud.
And with that, it was the end of the day, which meant it was time to disassemble the modular and pack everything up.
So that brings us to the end of the day here at the Tony's Trains 10th anniversary show here at the Mountsorrel Heritage Centre. It has been amazing and I've loved it, particularly getting able to go on both the working locomotives. It's been a very, very good day. And if you have enjoyed this, how about clicking somewhere over there for other model railway shows we've done, or down there for a video of my own Ruston 48. And with that, I suppose I should get back over there and help these guys pack up. If not, they'll probably murder me. Ta-la! I'll pretend to help.
Nice of you to help, just for camera.
That's all I do it for camera. All right, that's enough. It's done now.